Good morning. Our Hebrew reading is from the book of Genesis, chapter 17, verses 1 through 7 and 15 through 16. When Abram was 99 years old, the Lord appeared and said, "I am God Almighty. Walk in my presence and be blameless. I will make a covenant between you and me, and I will increase your numbers exceedingly." Abram fell on his face before God, and God said to him, "This is my covenant with you. You will be the ancestor of many nations. You are no longer to be called Abram, but your name shall be Abraham, for I have made you the ancestor of a multitude of nations. I will make you most fruitful, and I will make nations of you, and rulers will rise from you. I will establish my covenant as an everlasting covenant between me and you and your descendants after you for generations to come. I will be your God and the God of your descendants after you." God continued, "As for Sarai, her name will now be Sarah, noble woman. I will bless her, and I will give you a child by her. I will bless her, and she will give rise to nations. Rulers of people will come from her." Our gospel reading is from the book of Mark, chapter 8, verses 31 through 38. Then Jesus began to teach them that the promised one had to suffer much, be rejected by the elders, chief priests, and religious scholars, be put to death, and rise again 3 days later. Jesus said these things quite openly. Peter then took him aside and began to take issue with him. At this, Jesus turned around and, eyeing the disciples, reprimanded Peter. "Get out of my sight, you Satan. You are judging by human standards rather than by God's." Jesus summoned the crowd and the disciples and said, "If you wish to come after me, you must deny your very self, take up your cross, and follow in my footsteps. If you would save your life, you'll lose it. But if you lose your life for my sake, you'll save it. What would you gain if you were to win the whole world but lose yourself in the process? What can you offer in exchange for your soul? Whoever in this faithless and corrupt generation is ashamed of me and my words will find, in turn, that the promised one and the holy angels will be ashamed of that person when all stand before our God in glory." Amen.